Most people, according to your theology, will end up in hell, and that's not a God that I would want to worship.
Well, you can choose not to worship him, but it's people's free will.
The lessons that Jesus taught us are incredibly valuable.
Where they're choosing to reject him.
Why would God create this dichotomy in the first place? Why would he give humans free will, fully knowing, because he's all-knowing, that this would happen to most humans? It doesn't make any sense.
Say someone came...
So this notion of going to hell is something that a lot of Christians tend to focus on. A lot of people who have had near-death experiences describe having to reckon with all of the ways they made people feel during their life. And that would be hellish because you have to feel all of the burden that you put on someone else, but that is finite. Once you exhaust all of that, once you understand the way you made everyone feel, you move out of that.
Came up and they kidnapped you, and they took you and put you in their basement, and they chained you up, and they said, you're going to marry me, and you're going to love me, and you're going to raise my children. Is that love?
No, of course not.
So I'm with him in regards to free will is necessary. Of course it is. What are we doing at all if there is no free will? It's similar to building a video game and having someone play that video game. There's going to be struggle inside that game. You design it that way so that the player can improve. And if the player thinks that they're the character in the video game, they're simply mistaken. They're the player.
No. So he took your free will away from you, and he said, you're going to love me. God doesn't do that. He's not going to take you and force you to love him like that kidnapper. So he gave free will so that there can be love. But if someone came up and they wooed you and you fell in love with them and they asked you to marry them and then you said yes, that's going to be love. Because why? Because you had free will.
Obviously, I believe it is the case that we have free will. I don't believe it's the case that there's a very specific way that you must love Jesus Christ in order to get into heaven. I think it makes a lot more sense that there is karma and there is the net result of all of our actions. It's still incredibly important to be a good person. Just because you happen to believe something doesn't automatically make it so that all of the things that you've done are washed away. I don't believe that's the case. I believe folks that believe in the blood of Christ removing their sin become more humble people, and then they begin to behave in a way that makes more sense, that is more kind. And because of that, the net karmic effect is goodness.
Or someone else.
So I've been watching this channel for a while. Very fascinating.
If you want to ban abortion, abortions are still going to happen. Banning abortion doesn't help. Even if you are pro-life, you don't want abortions to happen. I'm not pro-life.
So these are abolitionists, so they believe in criminalizing abortion. I think about this all the time. I'm a vegetarian. Those that watch this channel understand that I put up a lot of content about Krishna and Hinduism because there is a heavy vegetarian influence. I feel like Christianity never talks about vegetarianism. But for me, there's a connection between saving the life in a womb and choosing not to eat meat. Those two things make a lot of sense to me. My critique of Christianity is that they don't care what you eat at all, essentially. In the comments, you can tell me I'm an idiot, but it's my understanding as a former Catholic and Lutheran that diet is just not the main issue that we're talking about. But they have a heavy hand, or let's say they are very interested in human life, because what they tend to say is humans are made in the image of God, but I think that animals are also made in the image of God. Call me crazy.
I'm not pro-life. I'm an abolitionist, just to be clear. I think all humans in every stage of life should have equal rights. Okay. Because everybody is made in the image of God, and we don't have a right.
So there you go. So they use this made in the image of God to extend rights to the unborn. That makes a lot of sense to me. I totally get it. I don't have the exact figures on the number of people waiting to adopt a baby, but it makes sense for us to take responsibility and to, in my opinion, extend the same rights to an unborn child that we would to a born child. I take it a step further, and I choose to eat vegetables that don't have a central nervous system. And it feels like that opinion almost no one else has. Are you a vegetarian pro-life person? Probably not. There's very few of us.
Right to murder someone else. You don't have a right to murder a child in your womb.
Yeah, so I'm with her. I just don't know what the punishment would be. This is where I get caught up, and that's on me to think about what I think would be an appropriate way for us to deal with this. Similarly, I have strong feelings about animals. I can't imagine what a punishment would be for eating meat. Does that make sense? It makes more sense to me that we just stop subsidizing. The government shouldn't be paying for this stuff. That's an easy start. All right, so now we've got Gordon Ramsay and Sadhguru, and he's about to say that he's never gone 2 days without eating meat.
I've never gone 2 days of my life without eating meat.
Your system is essentially designed to handle vegetarian diet.
Right.
So I don't agree with Sadhguru on a lot of things, but on this one, I do. I do believe it is the case, given the way our teeth are structured, given our anatomy. Basically, we are, without the use of tools, we cannot catch. It's very, very, very difficult for a human being to catch an animal without tools, just fingernails and running. Do you see what I mean? And once we have an animal without tools, like ripping its skin off, I know it sounds horrible to like mention it, and then like eating it raw, like, you know what I mean? So a tiger, I get it. Look, it's got these tools on its claws. It claws into it. It has no problem biting in, tearing flesh, and just going to town. It probably dreams about that. I mean, do you dream about like going up to a cow and like killing it and then like sinking your teeth and pulling out, you know what I mean? So I just think on its face, it doesn't make a lot of sense. All of us would, if we got hungry enough, be like, yeah, there's a banana tree, take off the banana, eat it. You know, this is obvious. Now, because I can hear people already talking about monkeys. Some monkeys do eat some meat, but it's almost none. It's like 99% vegetables, fruits and vegetables.
If you eat according to that, it handles food effortlessly.
Yes.
Every human experience has a chemical basis in the system.
Right.
So if you want to create the right kind of chemistry, there are various things that one can do.
Yes.
One of the things is food. If you
So interesting to me because Gordon Ramsay is like the steak king.
create a chemistry of blissfulness, that's how you are all the time.
That's impossible. I'm not going to argue in your temple, that's for sure. I'm dying to see the kitchens.
Let's go.
Thank you.
So here we've got vegetarian cuisine. When I was a Hare Krishna, this is what it looked like. Big vats, vegetarian food all over the place.
So the guru reckons being vegetarian makes you a joyful, calmer person. If that's true, then his kitchens must be amongst the happiest places on earth.
The size of this
Look at all this incredible food.
place. Wow. It's a veggie hangout. Look at those vegetables. Are they grown here?
A bit of
Yeah, so the entire point of this is you've got Christianity that talks a lot about free will and needing to, seeing yourself as in the image of God, but then it not extending to animals. And so that's what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to bridge the gap between what you see in terms of like a pro-life movement and what we see in Hinduism. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think I'm totally crazy? If you made it this far, God bless you. I really appreciate it. You could hit the like button, hit the subscribe button at this point, and I would genuinely appreciate it. We're a growing channel, and man, I've got a lot of hope. Got a lot of hope. Love you, proud of you. We'll see you next time.